introducing the chilling case of Annie Kasprzak, where an eerie discovery near a river leads to the search for a missing girl. As investigators close in on a breakthrough, shocking revelations of revenge and murder framing emerge, hidden in plain sight. Why did one of the key suspects suddenly disappear? Was he the real culprit? Or did someone attempt to frame him for murder? Let's dive into the riveting investigation of Annie Kasprzak's case, where the concealed truth will astound you to your very core. 15-year-old Annie Kasprzak, who endured an abusive childhood and navigated the foster system. She was a freshman at Summit Academy in Draper, Utah, at the time of the incident. On March 10, 2012, Annie's parents reported her missing after failing to contact her. The following morning, a jogger found blood and a shoe on a pedestrian bridge in Utah crossing the Jordan River. After an exhaustive search, law enforcement finally discovered Annie's body downstream in the Jordan River. An autopsy revealed multiple blunt force injuries, including a fractured skull. Her body was found 24 hours after she was reported missing. The vibrant 15-year-old with a bubbly spirit had become an unrecognizable, lifeless figure within a mere 24 hours. Shocking, isn't it? Her face was unidentifiable, forcing the police to rely on DNA, scars, and dental records for her identification. This case had a way of pulling in the relentless focus of the media spotlight. It was like watching moths drawn to a flame. As the media frenzy raged on, Daniel Robert Leahy Ferry was arrested at lightning speed. Daniel Ferry's checkered criminal history influenced the police to arrest him quickly. Misleading witness accounts initially focused on two men in their 30s, including Ferry, who was accused of murdering Annie after refusing sexual advances. However, both Ferry and another suspect, Vianuia Vayakite, were later cleared of all allegations made during the investigation, raising questions about the accuracy of the initial accusations. The search for the real culprit gets more intense now. The memory of a little child haunts those looking for the truth, while a murderer still roams around mocking justice. 2 years later, the shocking truth emerged from the shadows. Annie's 16-year-old ex-boyfriend, Darwin Christopher Bagshaw, was the wolf in sheep's clothing, the brutal murderer hiding behind a facade. They had been in a year-and-a-half-long relationship. On the night she disappeared, they had multiple phone conversations, with their last contact at 8:30 p.m. Suspicion intensified when the police noticed blood on Darwin's shoes during initial questioning, which he attributed to Annie's previous bloody nose. What drove him to commit such a heinous act? Was it because Annie had made up a pregnancy to justify their need to flee together, or was there more to his motive than meets the eye? In a fit of rage, he fatally struck her with a shovel, leaving blood on his shoe. He pressured a friend into lying, but the story fell apart when cops discovered incriminating texts. The friend spilled the beans, disclosing that Bagshaw had been at the Jordan River the night Annie disappeared, but he was warned to keep silent. In October 2014, authorities arrested Darwin in Colorado, where he resided with his parents. Incriminating information emerged from a discarded piece of paper. This paper contained a timeline of the events and a reference to Annie's jacket. The prosecution asserted that Annie's false pregnancy claims provoked Darwin's rage. This rage was shown in a brutal shovel attack close to the river and the subsequent disposal of Annie's body. The sight of his daughter's damaged face broke the heart of Annie's father. He compared it to the aftermath of a train collision to highlight the brutality and seriousness of the crime. Darwin later confessed to the first-degree felony murder of Annie. While making a brief apology, he exhibited no emotion. The defense argued that given Darwin's age of 14 when the crime occurred, he should be treated as a juvenile. However, the judge ruled otherwise, sentencing him as an adult and emphasizing the gravity of the heinous crime. This sealed his fate with a 15-year-to-life sentence, like a chapter closing in a tragic novel. He will become eligible for parole in October 2034, like a light at the end of a long, dark tunnel. The enigma of Annie's case serves as a sobering reminder that truth, when hidden, can be more astonishing than fiction. Don't you think Annie Kasprzak's tragic story is an example of how a seemingly innocent lie, born out of love, leads to a catastrophic outcome? Share your thoughts and join the conversation by leaving your comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more gripping stories, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Your support fuels our storytelling engine.